Well, welcome back, Simon.
Good morning.
Nice to see you as well, Zoe. So, hugely important, not only personally for you to raise awareness of blood cancer, but also because people just don't know the symptoms, do they?
Sadly, they don't know. And that's what we're trying to change, because when you look at the stats, when it comes to blood cancer, they're frightening. It's the third biggest killer when it comes to cancer. It kills more than prostate cancer and breast cancer. And in terms of the campaigns of raising awareness for those particular campaigns, they've been game changers over the last few years. I was chatting to Zoe about prostate cancer within football. You get at most grounds now, you go into the men's urinals. Zoe said, I haven't seen these, obviously. But there's posters everywhere raising men's awareness of what to look out for when it comes to prostate cancer. At the moment, only 1 in 10 UK adults are confident of naming a single blood cancer symptom, and that has to change.
That's not good enough,
as
is
a
it?
family, I mean, and you are enormously positive now, and Ethan's doing well at school, which is brilliant. We've shared some you know, very sad moments here. But as a family, just back at that moment briefly, would you have recognised any symptoms? Did you know what to look for?
No, absolutely not. And that's something we were chatting about in the corridor. We were chatting through some of the symptoms that now are so obvious when I look back on what was happening. I keep saying throughout the month of challenges, it's Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and as president of Bloodwise, I say every morning when I do a little live on Instagram with a boy, I said, look, with these symptoms, maybe it's unexplained fatigue, weight loss, bruises that don't go, rashes, headaches that keep occurring and don't go away. More often than not, there won't be anything serious. But if you can't explain them, if you can't explain that breathlessness, if you can't explain that lump you found that you just don't know why it's there, please go to the doctor. Because on that morning I said, where's that bruise from? It's from 3 weeks ago. Now I know that's a massive alarm bell when it comes to getting it checked. It more often than not won't be something serious, but if it is, early diagnosis, you know this, guys, is crucial.
You mentioned a couple of things there. You are the president of Bloodwise, and you set up the Gemma Thomas Fund, and this is all to raise awareness. But one of the other things you've just mentioned was the challenge, the 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
So whose idea was this?
Bloodwise's.
Yeah.
I said yes. And the idea was, during Blood Cancer Month, was to take on a different challenge every single day. And every single day, I know not what the surprise is. I normally have an envelope to open. A couple have been set by Ethan. He did a bush tucker trial for me last night.
How was that?
Well, they weren't very fresh.
So what did you have to eat? These were crickets,
Some locusts, some crickets, and those little grubby things. You'll know what they are.
They're quite tasty, though.
Yeah, but not when they're not fresh.
Oh,
sort of really crunchy and dry, and one tasted like cat food. But Ethan loved it. I said, join in, come on, we're in this together. But no, but I think the one I've been most proud of was from his point of view. We did, it's called the Thames Bridges Trek. We did the Saturday before last. Lots of different charities involved, loads of people walking through London. We had a bit of lunch, and he was full of energy by the end, and he'd walked 17 miles. I said,
good for him.
It's getting towards a marathon, boy. You know, so it's been fun, it's been challenging, it has been tiring. But, you know, the big pluses of this is when I see some of the messages online, some are sad from people saying, I wish we'd known about these symptoms. It was too late for my dad or my mum or my sister or brother or friend. But actually others saying, I've downloaded the booklet from Bloodwise. There's a booklet on their website where you can download a simple booklet of the symptoms. I'm so glad I now know about this. Yeah. I now know what to look out for.
You have another challenge today.
Yeah, I'm waiting to find out what.
And this is our challenge to you. We're setting today's challenge.
Yes.
And we're going to talk to Zoe in a moment.
Yeah.
Because it's how important giving blood is. And so that's now exactly what you're going to do. So if you take this...
That wasn't the time to drink. What?
Crash helmet. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your crash helmet.
That's for you, got it.
There is a bike waiting outside. Pop yourself on the bike. There's the bike now. We will join you later in the show, and you are going to go and give blood. And
give
that's
blood
your challenge
live
today.
on this morning.
Yes, that's exactly what you're about to do.
Yep.
I last did it 20 years ago.
Oh, well, there you go. You are definitely due.
OK, lovely to see you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And good luck with the rest of the challenge as well.
Cheers, day 18 challenge. Off we go.
We should talk about some of those symptoms. I know he mentioned a few of them there, but we can never go through it too much. So, symptoms, first of all.
So when it comes to blood cancer, we're talking about a whole range of different diseases that encompasses, and there are a whole range of different symptoms as well. And some of them, typically, they're described as being quite vague because there could be lots of other things. So break them down to the symptoms of anemia. Could be caused by blood cancer, so that would be feeling very tired, very weak, being pale, breathless. Symptoms that are linked to your immune system. So Simon mentioned lumps and bumps, especially in places where you have lymph nodes, such as your neck, your armpits and your groin. Also getting recurrent infections, not being able to fight off infections, fevers, night sweats. But then also very vague things like just general fatigue, weight loss, rashes and itching. So it's really difficult, and also bruising and bleeding easily. But as Simon said, I think if you have any of those symptoms or a collection of those symptoms and they're not going away and you don't have a good explanation for why they're there, then it really is advisable to go to your GP.
Don't panic, because, as you say, they are vague. They can be other things.
Yeah.
But when you go to your doctor, and there's nothing worse than, well, I'm assuming, nothing more annoying than when you walk into a doctor's surgery and you've self-Googled yourself, you know, I've self-diagnosed. What do you ask for when you go in?
When you go to your doctor, just be honest, you know. If you go to your doctor, you're well within your rights to say, I'm a bit worried, I would really like a blood test. Or if you're thinking, I'm worried this is cancer, tell us, please tell us. It's OK to say, I'm really concerned about this because it's just not like me to be feeling this way and I'm worried, I've read online it could be cancer, I've Googled it. You can tell us if you Googled it, we'd rather know. It's absolutely fine to tell us exactly what's on your mind. And if you do have symptoms that aren't explained, your doctor might say, oh, well, you know what, this is very, very common and it's more likely to be X, Y and Z. But if it's still there in 2 weeks, come back and do go back.
Obviously, Simon's just gone off to donate blood today. That's hugely important, not just for blood cancer, but for all types of cancers also.
Exactly. So I think what Simon's doing to raise awareness is incredible, but what a lot of us can do to help people with blood cancer and other types of cancer is donate blood. We actually need 5,000 donations every day to meet the demand. And there are certain groups of people as well that we need to donate blood even more. So that's younger people to replace those who can't donate any longer. Black people, there's a real lack of blood from people from the black community, and those who have O negative blood, because that's the blood that can be used to give to anybody. But people specifically with blood cancer, because of the cancer, they're not able to produce enough of the red cells and the immune cells and the plasma, so they do tend to need transfusions. But also, with any type of cancer, one of the side effects of chemotherapy is that your bone marrow is affected and you can't get blood. So I think we often talk about stem cell donations and being on the register, but blood donation is really important. So.
Yeah, we are underway, Holly and Phil. I've got to the Edgware Donation Centre. Sasha, Joanne looking after me beautifully here, and it's been really straightforward. I haven't done this for a very, very long time. I was a little bit nervous, as you could probably see when I left the studio, but I've barely felt a thing. My policy when it comes to giving blood, don't look. So I'm kind of ignoring what's going on here, but it is really straightforward. A quick questionnaire when you got here, and then I've literally not felt anything. I feel fine. But when you understand what giving blood does, it's a game changer for people. It can save up to 3 lives every donation you give. And when it comes to blood cancer, 20% of all donations from people like the guy who was sitting there earlier, who's now headed off, 20% will go to treating people with blood cancer. It is so worth it. I'm going to get on board and do this more regularly, not just because of today, but I should have done it far earlier. It doesn't hurt. I feel absolutely fine. The team are great. And if you want to get on board as well, go to blood.co.uk. And also there's loads of information on this morning website as well. Just a little time out of your day could go towards saving not just 1 life, but up to 3 lives as well, and helping people with blood cancer. It's worth it, guys. Once upon a time, they said they used to serve a pint of Guinness afterwards to get your iron levels up. It's just tea and biscuits now, but I think they need to bring the Guinness back, but it's fine. Those were the days.
What do you get then? What are you going to get? Like a cup of tea? A cup of tea and a packet of biscuits?
What do we get, Sasha?
Oh, a cup of tea, hot chocolates, we've got coffee and...
4-course meal.
Yeah,
you
we've got
name it.
the club biscuits and the penguins. No, it's loads of stuff.